is the Suyo in the jungle. But I'm wondering what are they going to use to like beef up this lineup though from Team Rey Young?
Quinn. Quinn is like red 5 queen right now, so it's just whatever they need, throw it on her. Last pick, impressive. Who chose this? Did Coach Ethan choose to go blue again?
Or first choice blue side. Home side is Team Rey Young.
So Team Rey Young said, "Let's go red."
Yeah.
Wow.
So they have the choice to just stay it here.
This has got to be the MO for Quinn then, because now that you asked the question, I'm looking at the answer. It's just whatever else they need in that slot.
Yeah, and I like how Aurora still respected the Hanabi. Again, like no hate on the Hanabi from game number 1. You saw it, and it did work out. And then Quinn, this is something that I wanted to say earlier. Man, how she played the Hanabi, she's really maximizing the sidesteps in between basic attacks.
Yeah.
There were some moments where it's like, oh, she's for sure getting caught. One little sidestep to the left, to the right, and it's like, how are you making this look like you're in the Matrix?
Yeah, it's surprising, or
Footwork.
maybe not so surprising that a Hanabi gets a win in day 1 of the MWI.
Cassius Clay, it's like a young Muhammad Ali. It's just,
The move, the footwork.
yeah.
No, it's like you said.
Float like a butterfly, sting like Hanabi.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure the saying sounded like something like that.
something like that. Something like that. But Leo did mention that Quinn was she's gonna have one of those moments, you know, in game 1, like because you have the Hanabi and the rest of the composition, you could just kind of maneuver your way through those fights, and that's what we saw. But she's gonna get the Claude this time. Whoa!
All right, some hard hitters here. And if this Freya is left unchecked, despite there being the presence of Badang and Lilia, a lot of Freyas can make it work. It's up in the air right now if Aurora do have a Freya that can make it work.
Clint.
It's an XP Freya.
Yep.
Okay, I partially.
Esmeralda, there you go.
There it is.
I think that's because they knew the trade was happening. It's Freya Esmeralda currently, especially something that was mentioned to us, excuse me, by LaFell.
Yep. So both teams have fragile front lines.
Yeah.
Because Badang isn't really even a front liner.
Yep.
And neither is Esmeralda. But they're both fighting off against, again, a better formation for Aurora because they have clear artillery. And then for Team Rey, it's more mobile. It's more, where can we get Quinn to go? And where is the best place for Miku to drop the reliable burst?
Yeah. Weirdly enough, I feel like this is going to be XP dependent again. Luet and Nora really need to find their timing, because if you look at the other pieces, it's like really up in the air. If you're the Claude, you go in at the wrong time, you're going to get blasted by damage.
Yep.
But then if the EXP laners can go in and find their entries at the right time, whoever can live longer and deal more damage between the Freya and Esmeralda, the winner there will determine the winner of the game. What do you guys think?
Well, we're going to find out here as we jump into this game at 2. We'll see if we get the extended series or not. Have Team Rey Young pushed with Quinn's Hanabi in game 1 to end it. We'll see if Aurora Gaming can bring it back, make things happen. Whoa, a lot of early aggression on Zulana. They're feeling the pressure. Man, that combo is deadly.
Ooh, again, that's the Lilia and the Badang's damage output just being put on display here under the first minute. Luet and Nora, at least this is maybe one place on the map that Aurora can actually call the shots. Despite the Freya making shields and the Esmeralda taking it away, the damage output this early on from Luet is unmatched.
Yeah, she, I believe, she did get the Purify out too from Nora. So Nora will want to be careful here. Look at this.
And that's with the 15% damage reduction from the shield of the turret.
Yeah, that's tough. That's why you have this response from Team Rey Young. Just in case Luet's going to go ahead and just spot that out. She's not going to be convinced. So she's fine up there on that top side. One thing I was going to talk about too when Renmar posed a question before we jumped into this was, I'm kind of, it's XP lane dependent, but I'm also just worried for Team Rey Young in the sense of if they get set up. Whoa, Nora. She's really threading the needle here, man.
Yep. Whoa, look at this. A Requiem finds Chi-Boy. Flickers back. She already is missing one major resource. Tan puts Nika on check. Joseph, you were saying?
I was saying I'm worried for the amount of crowd control that Aurora Gaming's composition can throw at Team Rey Young because I feel like they're almost relying on the amount of mobility that they have. Between, Suyo being able to kind of dash out. Of course, you've got Claude with BMI. Black Shoes as well. Let's see how this pans out. First turtle, it's going to go for a reset. Got some of these level 4s locked in. Chi-Boy, though,
All right, she does find the break already. Anu gets taken down here. Damage out of Miku and Tan a little too much. With that free takedown, first blood drawn, Team Rey Young gets the green light, goes straight for the turtle. That's a win. I think Aurora kind of pushed themselves a little too far. Chiboy off camera, taking down Nika, and that's all going to the Malaysians.
That's a deadly Chiboy on this Badang. 2 kills now on a roam like this. This is, and as aggressive as Chiboy has been throughout her, performances in MWI and the qualifiers even, this is not what you want to deal with if you're Aurora Gaming.
This is what we were missing.
Yeah.
We missed her last year, and now she's back. She's like, I missed this. This is this is how it was.
I want you guys to shout Chiboy, like she's well on her way, having 2 kills. This is the thing too, the threat. I'm wondering on the exact build path that she's going to go here. She's already a big enough threat too, running that quantum charge and, tanky enough, Suedo tank, if you will.
Here.
Where's she going?
I think she's on her way to a Thunderbelt.
Thunderbelt. So once that Thunderbelt's locked in, even more of a threat. But I'm just wondering if there's a time where Aurora Gaming's lineup, now that they have this level 4 available, if that setup potential, the crowd control I was talking about between the spatial migration from Guinevere or even the Fury, right, from Nika, is too much, and it overloads Team Rey Young on their approaches in these team fights.
Yeah, there is a world where Chiboy doesn't get the ideal initiation, wherein her punches and her cracks may miss. So we're looking for that. How is Aurora going to find that position? 4 minutes in, about half a minute before the turtle spawns. Nora here, about to face off against 3.
Purify.
Gets that Purify in, forcing out the Requiem out of Anu. Tan and Miku to the rescue. Impressive how she's able to cross over scot-free. Quinn coming in, blazing duet. Forced to flicker back. Chiboy, there you go, does eventually miss with the crack. Backs off.
They're just going to back off. Nora's still here. Miku as well. They're going to wait for this. This turtle's coming up here in about 5 seconds, so we'll see how Aurora wants to respond to this. They've essentially got everything they need. It's just Mob Psycho has to be careful. She doesn't have a flicker, so she's going to rely on it. Oh,
Minnow and Fury knocks up 2. Massive combo plus the Requiem takes down Tan. Chiboy backs off with the flicker. Luet gets pushed back, and now Team Rey Young are trying to repair the situation. Turtle number 2 goes over to Aurora. Nora gets blocked off the exit. Luet still on her tail. Anu here going 1v1 against Miku. Still jumps in, dashes back out. Aurora happy with the win, slicing that lead in half.
And Leo, that's exactly what I was talking about. That kind of combination, that synergy of what we just saw with the Minotaur plus the Guinevere
Trampoline.
Yeah, you're in a fun house. If you're Team Rey Young.
The Aurora Funhouse.
Yeah, that's exactly where you find yourself. Oh, bottom side though.
Chiboy comes in with a crack. Nika in trouble. There's the gush. Chiboy gets punished. And that's a free pickoff for Aurora.
There you go. Aurora Gaming finding themselves the little wins here across the map. Team Rey Young, they need to respond to that.
That's a huge presence from them, though. 4 players down bottom.
4 dudes.
The rest of
4 girls.
The rest of Team Rey Young was elsewhere.
Yep. Hey, Zulana now, I was wondering when they'd get the anti-heal, but since she had a great start, 2 kills in, you got a glowing wand already.
And she's about to get the piercer.
She's going to go for the piercer build.
That's a piercer.
Yep. That's exactly how you make it work, because you know that Zulana doesn't have to be up in the thick of things. She can just wait for the setup, the trampoline combination, if we're going to call it that, and then just gush. And if you start getting the Sky Piercer procs, you're good.
The Mongolian bounty house.
Yeah. You take them for a ride, man.
Somebody's birthday somewhere. Nika here jumps in, engages, forcing Tan to back off. Chiboy gets spotted out of the pixel brush, drops the break, puts up the wall, denies Anu the entrance.
All right, Turtle's coming up here in just a second. It's been pretty much quiet here after the setup that we saw from the last one and then the play down bottom. Team Rey Young definitely kind of slowing the pace a little bit to be a little more cautious on their entry points for this. Turtle spawning now. Little projectile.
They do find it. Chiboy dodges the bouncy house. Flickers on to the right of the engagement. Does not have that, but instead will buy her team some time and space. Advantageous for Team Rey Young. Nika one-on-one with Miku. They score the turtle. Final one of the game. turret almost get taken down by Mob Psycho as Nora dances around too, pushing him back.
Man, Nora is just a menace with the amount of shields that she can get here, and you know, they pretty much bullied Aurora Gaming off of that turtle contest, and they really couldn't do much about it. So they have to rely right now on scaling for Aurora Gaming, and it almost seems like the perfect setup is what they need.
Oh my lord, Chiboy finds Luet, forces a vengeance and a defensive use of the Valkyrie Descent while pushing that top lane inhibitor.
That's what I felt like. It's just, it feels like they're just bullying Mob Psycho though.
Mob Psycho, Nora walks in on her. Miku here looking to drop some damage. And there's no one Fury, no one home.
Ooh.
It's a 3v2, and Miku barely gets away.
Big stun coming through, but just not enough damage to get the kill there on Miku. She did have to pop the Purify Black Shoes, so a lot expended. There's the Sky Piercer now for Zulana. So
Woo!
She's online, she's ready to go. A hit away on this tier 2 on the bottom side. And this is something, again, crowd control favors Aurora Gaming with this. Chiboy's got to be a bit more careful on her initiations, and I think that's why, too, you're just waiting for Quinn to hit that power spike.
A little more discerning.
Yeah.
I think Nika would be more than happy. Oh my lord, they catch her! Some tenderized beef served up by Team Rey Young. Again, 30 seconds off. She will be there in time. This is space and time for Team Rey Young to actually repair the map.
That was discerning, right? They're going to hold on, try to hold on to this tier 1 turret. They do just that. Tan making her way up here, too. Mom Psycho, this has been her memo from game 1 now to game 2. Go ahead and just continue to be a menace on the opposite side of the map of everyone else. Now, eventually, this Clint will be online. She's going to be pumping out damage. She's going to be able to go ahead and hit from a range, but that's the thing. You know, Luet's the one. She's got to go in with this Valkyrie Descent, the Vengeance too, off of the combination. Now we'll see it in play for this Lord here.
I think you're saying what Aurora's already thinking. She has to show up at 0-0-1. She hasn't really been able to threaten Team Rey Young with what usually Freya's have been doing for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
Nora here, pushing her back. That's a good amount of shield she wants to steal. All 5 members of Aurora near the pit. Purple getting secured first by Tan.
Team Rey Young has everything in the kit that they need. Nora's given the information, and once again, they're going to push off Aurora Gaming from this Lord.
Oh, Minoan Fury already. Anu looking for it. Finds the Requiem in Tan. Second guesses her entry. Luet takes down Miku. In comes the rest of them. Quinn with a blazing duet gets knocked up, backed off. I'm pretty sure there was a couple more seconds left in that BD. And just like that, the dance has turned into Operation Push. Aurora back. Zulana gets taken down. 1-for-1, the eventual trade by Team Rey Young.
Man, look at all the battle spells and ultimates and everything else that was used by Team Rey Young, but hell, was it worth it? They get a kill on Zulana. They push back Aurora Gaming. They won't be able to full commit to the Lord, but still, that's what they've been doing throughout the game. They've been pushing and pulling in these team fights against Aurora Gaming.
A Lord delayed is better than a Lord stolen. So that is what Team Rey Young is telling themselves right now with about 1,000 gold up and the rest of the map looking relatively red. I'm pretty sure they want to push mid in more. I'm pretty sure they want to take care of that big fat wave up top. That's why they sent Quinn there. That's why neither team are fully committing to the Lord just yet. This is not as free as one might think.
Okay, now it's Aurora Gaming getting into position, but look at Chiboy's positioning here. They might try to make a sneaky play after they take this tier 2. It looks like they're going to make that call. Aurora Gaming has to respond to this. They don't want to get cut off in a bad position too. So current balls.
Another Minoan Fury. Miku, despite the black shoes, she was waiting for the Purify to come off of cooldown. Quinn, AOT stacks off of that mid-wave. Chiboy with a conceal. Who's she gonna find? Finds Luen Nika. Pixel brushing control. Lord with the knockup. Finds that crack. And will look for the break, but she gets knocked up and taken down first. Nika scores. Quinn finds Zulana behind tier 1. Lord still standing. A 16th of its health. Tan has a red tree. Anu will not be able to, but it's one Mob Psycho. The Clint steals away the Lord. Tan cleans up house in frustration, in anger that was supposed to be ours.
It was time for Mob Psycho to step into this game, and she does just that. Here's a replay. Great setup, and this Blazing Duet was held on a little bit longer. Quinn will capitalize the kill on Zulana. And then this was just a face-off, a dance for this one. But Mob Psycho ends up securing the Lord.
Highway robbery at point blank range. Who'd have thought it would be the sheriff who will commit the drive-by?
Hey, they made it happen. They've brought some momentum in their favor. They've just got to deal with this. The Lord is actually going to be worked on really quickly. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Nora jumping in. Another Mongolian bouncy out served up plus with Gush. But Keyboy will be able to back off. In comes down another massive blazing away by Quinn. Able to BD on out of there before it's too late. Nora dancing around them. And they're jumping by 10. This is risky business. 4 members of Aurora will not allow for this. Team Rey Young, take care of the Lord.
Okay, I think Team Rey Young's going to be happy with that. They took care of the Lord pretty much as soon as it spawned. They held on. They're going to clear out these waves. There is a big push up top, though, on that Tier 2 turret. But Tan will be there just in time to keep this up. It does get brought down to a quarter of its health, but still, one thing they want to be careful of is Zulana, once again, on that Sky Piercer. Lightning Trunchet locked in now, too, with the Gourd. You're seeing the amount of damage that can come through with that burst. But Quinn also being a threat. She's going to go ahead and start being a big problem for Aurora Gaming, and that's why we're seeing the timing on these team fights are so important on how they approach them. And so for Team Rey Young, their job right now is just kind of wait. They can't really choose to just pick someone off of this. It's really been reactive to Aurora Gaming has been thrown at them, unless it's Chiboy. But I think at this point in the game, she doesn't want to risk that.
Ooh, Miku here down to a third. Again, she has to protect herself more than once now. She's been caught off guard, especially since her Purify is often on cooldown, given that every single hero on Aurora Gaming's lineup has some level of crowd control.
Yeah.
So that's why, Joseph, that's why Team Rey Young is always kind of like reactive.
Yep.
It's because they're always at the mercy of Aurora's crowd control.
I think that's one of the great things about Gourd. Just the Mystic Projectile, that little stun, can only not only just stun you, but it can also check bushes, give you that vision.
With amazing
like
range.
That. Yep, amazing range.
Oh, Nika here, catches 3. The burst damage is real. Forced to flicker back. Massive tool, a resource that Team Rey Young have forced out of Aurora.
And she's not going to have that for the Lord. This Lord is coming up here in about 8 seconds. No flicker available. That's such a, it might seem like a small thing, but it's a big part of making this Minotaur and Fury be a surprise.
Yep, whatever bounty house is coming out of Aurora now is an honest bounty house. You see it walking up to you. Imagine how scary that is, but also how easy it is to dodge.
Yeah, it's already inflated. It's just coming towards you.
Rolling down the street. Like, I know there's a party on the way.
Half health on this Lord.
Let me step to the side.
Oh, Louet might be looking to step to the side of this one.
There it is. Catches just 1 plus the Requiem. And Zulana does bring out the Gush. Miku here dealing the damage on the Louet. Louet votes. But Miku will go down as well. 2 for 1. Aurora happy with the trade. Now Nika getting a lot of lead on her face. And 10 can't finish the job. Finally a 2 for 2. Nora dashing on out of here. Still a long earned kill. Team Rey Young just up 3K. Still not in a good shape to take the Lord. The burst from Mob Psycho.
You're in my game now.
10 gets taken down to a 5th of her health. And it comes the blazing to win. But the sheriff says, no, not on my watch.
Oh my goodness.
Mob Psycho takes down Quinn. And Aurora goes straight for the Lord.
What are we watching right now? Aurora Gaming? The push and pull, Sheriff's Town in a Mystic Gush. And 10! We'll get the Lord!
10! Guilty! What? Guilty! 1 count of Lord theft!
Not on my watch, Arthur! 10! What just happened?
What entire nation?
Tan Nation just happened. How did she just walk to the Lord and get it?
Joseph, where's this coming from? Where's this coming from? All right. Aurora, unfortunately, is in a position to defend. The map still belongs to them, and it's up to Team Rey Young to punish them. Look at the damage the Mystic Field deals, Joseph.
Oh, yeah. Don't mind the gush, man. The field. Oh, no. That's
projection.
That's projection. We're thinking.
Oh, my Lord! Chiboy finds a crack fight. Mob Psycho serves up a kill to Miku. And now Nora dancing around Louet, Nika, and Zulana pushing him back. Miku.
Black shoes.
Black shoes. Close call. Chiboy holding on to that immortality. Quinn cleaning up house. Tier 2 goes down. Bottom lane, Chubby Wave pushing in. Team Rey Young are in the base.
Oh, they don't want to over-push this, though. There's the Mystic Gush on Miku.
And another blazing duet.
Woo!
Puts Zulana 6 feet under. And now Chi-Boy gonna have her immortality pop. Not unless she has something to say about it. Tier 3 falls first.
Man, Team Rey Young, they fought for these base turrets off of Lord that was pretty much cleared out from Zulana. They're going to go for the mid turret as well.
Oh, that's it. They're already in the base and they're calling it theirs. This crack and break on Nika, forcing a defensive flicker.
They got to retreat.
Team Rey Young, they're approaching the inevitable. They found Aurora lacking. They put him into a corner.
Yeah, they got all their base turrets again. Just like we saw in game 1. Now Aurora Gaming, they've got to kind of shift the focus. They've had a whole lot of control around objectives. Well, Team Rey Young, you know, might have taken them some time, but they barreled through that. And once again, we're approaching the 20-minute mark into this game. By the time we get to this lore dance, it's going to be up to that point. So now, for Aurora Gaming, they've got to make their own adjustments. Oh, whoa, they're going for Luette. They actually expend an ultimate for this, and now Aurora Gaming wants to fight.
And there's the Requiem plus the Gush. And in comes the backline blazing duet from Quinn. Zulana Fools. Big knock up a 10 looking to clean up house. Luette takes down Chi-Boy. Down goes Luette. Tan gets her. 2
chase.
for 1 now Nika. Quinn flailing away. Double kill for the Suyo. And now Map Psycho goes down. Only pops an immortality. And now they're on the base. All up to Anu to defend. I don't think she can do this. It's too tall an order. Requiem to delay the inevitable. Down goes 10. Anu gets her immortality pop. Still a couple of minions there. It's a wipeout. Team Rey Young sweeps Aurora.
Team Rey Young, they fought in game 2 for that one.